Yes.
Yes.
Please welcome Camilo Rosso.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Living in Florida could be a wonderful thing. Sunshine, golf, the beach, but these are just some of the stereotypes of what life here is all about. What some non-Floridians don't understand is that life here can be serious business. Sure, other states have earthquakes, grizzly bears, blizzards, but while they're worrying about their china collection, whether their pocket camera can catch a feeding bear, or what size the ideal snowball is, we're here worrying about hurricanes. Yes, we got the big bad wolf of Mother Nature, who between the months of June to November threatens to tear down to pieces everything we call home. So for those less informed, outsiders and insiders, I've created this tutorial on how to survive a hurricane. Preparation for anything usually comes in threes, and hurricane preparation is no different. We have stocking up of supplies, barricading the house, and when all else fails, preparation of our faith. Let me elaborate. We'll begin with the stocking up. It's quite simple, really. We'll start out with the basics. On its hurricane fact sheet, FEMA tells us to assemble a supply of food, water, and medications for up to 3 days. Why only 3 days? Well, there are a few reasons. There's a couple, actually. One, after 3 days, the power will probably be back on. And two, if it's not, then looting will be the rule and not the exception. If you don't believe me, just wait till your first one. Now, it's one thing to have a windy hurricane, but if you know it's going to be rainy outside, you might want to consider a canoe as well. A canoe, you ask? Yes, a canoe. Back in 1998, I survived Hurricane Mitch. Now, Mitch was nothing more than a breeze compared to other hurricanes, but it made canals out of my neighborhood roads. Good thing I didn't have to, but what if after 3 days it came down to looting the local quick stop? Well, thanks to some intuitive thinking, I realized the only solution would be to have a canoe. Not only is it a viable method of transportation for the whole family, but it's much easier to carry food for another 3 days if you can outrow the cops. Get it? Outrow? Alright, now secondly, it's important to barricade your house. Now this is logic, folks. The walls of Constantinople didn't hold themselves up during the Muslim onslaught of the Crusades. They were barricaded, and this is something 2 out of the 3 little pigs failed to understand when the big bad wolf came around. So let's learn from this. Simple, really. Shutters not only kill the grass in our yards, but they can protect the windows from hurricane winds. And for those of you who are claustrophobic, FEMA has a simple solution. Simply install some hurricane clips to hold on your roof. This is genius, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because if at any given point the air conditioning dies out, don't let that hurricane get the best of you. Feel a little heat. Can't open up the windows since you're barricaded. Unhinge the roof and let some air in, some fresh air in. Nothing strains family bonds more than smelly siblings for 3 days. Okay, next point. As I mentioned earlier, being in a hurricane is serious business. So if all this preparation fails, what can we do? Have faith, of course. Simple as that. Have faith in that no matter what happens today, tomorrow will be a better day. I was only 4 years old when I first faced my first hurricane, and Andrew. So all of you can understand how grave that was. Now on hindsight, it probably wasn't the safest way to barricade the place, and FEMA now warns against this. But I had faith in that tape that held our windows together. Can you imagine me, 4 years old, running around, scared for my life, driving my parents insane, adding to the howling winds outside? Whew! I might just have unhinged the roof. But I have faith in my parents' judgment, and their faith in God kept me calm, such that if you ask me today what it's like to live through a Category 5, I don't know, I was sleeping. And here I am today, having survived some 4 hurricanes, like many of us. It's not easy, is it? The preparation, the stocking up of supplies, barricading the house, and holding on to her faith. But here we are today, being stereotyped by others. I just have one last thing to say. Don't try this at home. Thank you.
Okay. How can we stop that?
Yeah.
6 minutes.
No.